Alright, welcome to the channel, everybody. Today we got a special type of video. First and foremost, I'm not in my room. We're actually at a completely different location, and today we are not doing a Funko video either. We are actually about to show off one of the most impressive collections I have seen in my lifetime, and this is Santos' Transformers collection. So, before we get into exploring everything, you want to tell a little bit of a backstory of your collection?
So I started collecting when I was around like 9 years old, and I've been collecting all the way until now. I kind of stopped in high school because I didn't have the money, but I kind of returned to it after high school. I recently got this shelf in university, so I got some Funko Pops. Ryan has probably showed you the Unicron Pop, which is a rare find.
What I really want to show you is this big son of a gun. Also part of the new SDC wave, and this is Unicron, which of course, if you're not a Transformers fan, I'm really not, but just think of him as the Thanos of the Transformers universe.
So this is my Transformers Masterpiece Collection, official high-end line from Takara. So this is Shockwave, there's Soundwave with his cassettes, and there's Megatron, Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal from Beast Wars. If you've seen our Transformers Rise of the Beast movie review, you probably recognize the toy. There's Grimlock, Bumblebee, and Spike. There's Wheeljack, there's a more cartoon accurate version of him. And then in future TV shows called Transformers Victory, Starsaber was the later leader of the Autobots. So these are my very large Transformers, but I'm going to show you larger Transformers later. So this is Transformers Cybertron Primus. He's basically the literal planet Cybertron. This is Unicron, and that's Starscream. There's something special about Starscream, if I can show you. This one has been signed by the voice actor of Starscream. So you can see his signature up there. I actually met him. So this is Transformers Cybertron Starscream. I'll show you how the gimmick for all the Transformers Cybertron toys work. So they have like a key and it unlocks an ability. This is probably worth a lot now. So this is my G1. I don't have the original releases of the G1 toys. So this is Warpath, Bumblebee, and I actually have one original release of G1 Cosmos. I also have some Beast Wars figures. He wasn't in the show, but he was gonna replace Cheetor. Forgot his name. Some wolf something. And then there's a polar bear. I forgot his name also. He wasn't in the TV show. This one, Hot Rod, Bumblebee, and Astro Train are part of the Transformers Classics line, but Hot Rod has a third-party upgrade kit on him, so he looks like Rodimus Prime. This Decepticon is Trypticon. Don't get him confused with Grimlock. Also, he turns into a fortress, so that's cool. And then this one I got in the US. This is the re-release of G1 Starscream. So this is my amiibo collection. I just used this little amount of space to fill up the shelf. So the back ones, the Yarn Yoshi amiibos, those are really expensive. I like the Shovel Knight amiibos. Also, one of my favorites is the Pixel Mario at the back. This Meta Knight amiibo, that was really hard to find. It was like a Best Buy exclusive. Resellers were asking a lot of money for it. One of the recent amiibos I got was Kazuya. Okay, so this is my largest section of Transformers Cybertron. So my first introduction to Transformers was through this TV show. As you can see in the center, that's Optimus Prime. This is a new like universe, so he has this like big jetpack thing, which is cool. There's this gimmick with Optimus Prime. He could transform one of his arms, and you could see they redid one of the Autobots. I forgot his name, but they redid him to make him look like Lyle Convoy from Beast Wars the Second. He turns into this big claw arm, and he can attach to Optimus Prime's arm. Over on this side, this is Metroplex. He has this big staff, which Optimus Prime can wield. All of the rest of these are Autobots. I mentioned earlier that there's a gimmick to all of them, so they have Cybertronian keys, or like little plastic keys, which you can use to like, there's like spring-loaded gimmicks of them. So for Jetfire, if you put in a Cybertron, he would whip out like big guns. Also, if you're wondering who this is a Vector Prime. So another Prime. Over on this side is my Transformers Cybertron Decepticons. So he's a spy for the Decepticon, so he can change his insignia to an Autobot symbol. Megatron as a dinosaur didn't show up in the TV show, but they still put him in the Transformers Cybertron line. I showed you Soundwave as the masterpiece toy, but he looks like this in the Transformers Cybertron TV show. So as we're progressing through the shelf, it goes into more like modern Transformer toys. On the right side is all the Transformers animated toys. So the TV show has more of a like cartoon aesthetic to it, and on the left is one of the darker Transformer TV shows. So this is all of my Transformers Prime. This toy, Sideswipe, is actually special because they only sold this toy at a convention, which was BotCon, and you could see they have a tech specs. These are all of my combiners. Combiners are usually regular Transformers, but they can also transform into limbs for a giant robot. This was a re-release of the G1 Predaking, and then I have two Autobots on either side. This one is Defensor from Transformers Combiner Wars and Superion from Transformers Combiner Wars. I don't know if these at the bottom are official, but these are my McDonald's Transformers. This is Transformers Legacy Cosmos. I showed you the G1 toy, but this one was really hard to find. These two came in a 2-pack, so this is Orion Pax, which was his Optimus Prime's previous name, and this is Alphatron, which made Orion Pax into Optimus Prime. This is a supercomputer in Cybertron named Vector Sigma, and there's the key on top. So those three were from the line Transformers Legacy. This toy was not from there, but was from Transformers Studios, and this is Wheelie. So this is my miscellaneous section. So here are the Transformers Star Wars crossover toys. So this Millennium Falcon transforms into Chewbacca and I think Luke Skywalker or Han Solo, I forgot. And then this is General Grievous and Boba Fett, but they both have like missing parts or are like broken. Over here is Transformers Energon Megatron back there, and forgot his name, but I think he's from Energon or Armada. Yeah, this is Energon Optimus Prime, miscellaneous transformer from Energon or Armada. Okay, so this is my Bayverse Transformers. On this side is a really large version of Ironhide. He also has a gimmick where you press a button and there's a whole bunch of weapons that come out of his arms and legs. Here we have Bumblebee, and then Protoform Optimus Prime. You have Skids and Mudflap. This Shockwave toy is really good. And there's Galvatron back there. Here are all my Transformers Generation toys. So this line is for G1 Transformers into like highly articulated toys. So this over there in the corner is Optimus Prime that turns into a van. Also, you see Rhinox over there. I showed in the Rise of the Beast movie review. There's Cosmos again. There's Optimus Prime. These two toys, their look come from the comics, so the IDW comics. And also these three. So Grimlock, Blaster, and Optimus Prime. Their designs come from the video games. This is the rest of my Michael Bay toys. The smaller ones are called mini-cons. So those are all my mini-cons. These are all my pops except for the big one. Grimlock over here was really hard to find. Also, Shockwave is also an exclusive. These resemble the G1 toys, not the cartoon. Okay, so this is Unicron, not Unicorn. This is a very rare find from GameStop. So I saw him there and I was like, okay, I better pick him up. And then the next time I go, he's gone. This is G1 Fortress Maximus. So he was the leader of the Autobots after Optimus Prime. So his G1 toy is really big at this point in time. Like for a very long time, he was the largest Transformer ever. It is actually called the Master Sword, like Link's sword. His head is actually a Transformer. I'm not going to transform him because he's very delicate, but his head turns into a Transformer, and that head of that Transformer turns into a Transformer. So he turns into a fortress, like his name. You might be wondering what this is. This is for when he's in fortress mode. It's for an elevator, so you can crank it and the elevator will go up and down to move like smaller Transformers. Okay, this is Transformers Generations Scorponok. He is the enemy of Fortress Maximus. This one is a later model. I think the G1 toy is like around this tall, so he's not that big. This one is has very good articulation, or has more articulation than the G1 toy. He's also a headmaster, but I'm not gonna pry off his head this time. So this is Transformers Generations Metroplex. So he's actually taller than the Fortress Maximus I showed you earlier. Yeah, and he has very good articulation, as you can see in this pose. Also, he comes with this other Transformer, forgot his name. There's actually a sticker, probably you can't see it, but you can see Optimus Prime in there. So these are most of the books I have. So all of these are the Marvel Transformer comics. IDW just re-released them. This is the G1 UK Marvel comic, also re-released by IDW. This over here is just a showcase of the Masterpiece toys. I think it's in Chinese, like, cause I can't read it, but there. It comes with a card, if you can see that. Onto IDW stuff. There's a story that takes place during the video game. This is a spotlight story of Drift in the IDW universe. These are IDW stories that take place during Transformers Armada. In Japan, they release manga for the original G1 story. So here's the first novel, the second one, and the third one. They cover like from the original G1 show all the way to Transformers Zone and like the other Japanese TV shows. The last one is this is like a visual history of the Transformers to a certain point. I think up to Transformers Prime. So there's like quite a bit of art. You can see like that. There's the back. These are the comics I got like very recently. So Marvel was the first ones to get the Transformers license, and then it was Dreamwave, then it was IDW, which I showed you some comics of, and now recently, like this year, it's Image Comics. So this line was called Void Rivals, and it was like a surprise to readers that Transformers was in it. This issue, I have it in the display case, is the first issue, first print of Void Rivals. They made variant covers for the first issue, so I have this one of Jetfire, so he's the Transformer that showed up in the comic, and I have a variant cover of issue 2. So I got this recently. This is Transformers Legacy Hotshot. He's with the other Legacy Transformers I got, so yeah, pretty cool.
Wow, that was quite a collection. Lots of stuff. How much do you think is worth altogether?
I'm gonna guess $30,000.
There we go, that's the title. Let us know what you think is the best item he's got in the collection. Tell us what you think was really cool, what absolutely sucks. So with that being said, I think that's it for this review. If you want to see anything else, I mean, we don't really have any other big collections, so this might be a one-time thing, and then we'll see what happens in the future. For now, that is it. Any last words?
Hope you enjoyed the video.
Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, if you want to see more content from this guy, and we will see you in the next one.